Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel. And it is Sunday, which means it is time for another episode of The Blind and the Special. I am The Blind. The Special will be joining us momentarily. He is just making sure that the front door is locked. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. That is loud. Pause that, please. Okay. I hope everyone's having an amazing weekend or had an amazing weekend. Let's see. Let's see who's here. Let's see. We've got we've got um let's see, Terry Diamantis. We've got Gunfox who says, "What weekend? I worked all weekend." Oh, well, that sucks. We have Ginger Nightmare. Hello. We have Seamus Derby. We have, let's see, who else? Lots of Gunfox saying hello. And Rolling Bear, hello. Irate Prostate, hello. I hope everyone is well. I should have grabbed a glass of water before I started talking. Oh well. So yes, we've got some news for you, and we've also I'm sure people have been watching the interestingness that has been E3 this year with the wonderful Microsoft the Microsoft part of the E3 conference was quite
The Microsoft
interesting.
one wasn't as funny as the Bethesda one we just saw.
Oh, I didn't see the Bethesda one. Why was
Waited
that one so
45
funny?
minutes for them to get to fucking Doom. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to see Doom. What was going to come up with Doom?
It's a mobile game, right?
Fuck you. No, it's not. Hello, chat. Hello, wife.
Hello.
I'm tired, but my headache's kind of gone.
Oh,
Little
that's good.
throb. If nobody followed the Twitter, I ended up slicing out my sway bar links and cutting out my tie rods with a angle cutter, only to find out that my steering rack is fucked. So, yay! 8 hours of work just to find out I gotta do another 18 hours of work. So happy. So I'm gonna shill Streamlabs/Pinkello for driving money to help me fix this stupid shit. This is driving me batty. I'm also gonna make a video. Don't know why, but I will. So how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Did you have a nice nap?
Sort of. Kind of hard to have a nap when the oldest child insists on sleeping practically on top of you and the youngest child instead of moving over to the other 5 feet of bed space that's there. But hey.
Well, they don't want to sleep alone and I'll build the bunk beds, then they'll be fine. But yes, I am exhausted. That was a lot of work. Can you hear me pretty well?
Yes, we can.
I would hope so. I don't feel like yelling. So that Bethesda thing, that was funny. Fucking Todd. So
Buy
Fallout
a new
76.
car. This is this is the new car, Gunfox.
Give me
Gunfox just said,
$10,000.
yeah, Gunfox just said buy a new car. Well,
No, this is the replacement, and it's not that bad. It's just suspension because potholes,
yeah.
and it's just a pain in the ass because it's like a boat. You buy a boat, you keep throwing money into it. That's all. I wish this was booze.
No, you don't.
Some nights I do, but that's fine. So I hope everyone's having a great night.
Anyway, why
Um,
are you mad about Doom? You didn't finish the story.
Not mad about Doom. Doom's the only thing I'm happy about.
Oh, you said I waited 45 minutes to hear about Doom. And
And that was it.
you were about, it
I'm
sounded
happy
like
with
you
that.
were, okay.
I'm just I noticed a few things with their gameplay trailer that I wasn't too happy about, but I'm not going to cry about it. I noticed the demon quick kills. See the finishers when you shoot up a demon enough, they glow, and then you grab them and you rip them in half, or you tear their head off, or you stomp them. Well, the kills that they showed in the gameplay trailer, um, they were shorter
Mm,
and it was quicker with less gore.
of course.
So it's a little odd for a Doom game. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but yeah, but that might get fixed later on. They might have just done that for E3, but the other games are just complete utter shit.
The
Ugh.
Blair Witch game is the one that is making me giggle. That's a Microsoft thing, I think, wasn't it?
I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, well, I was watching Jim cover the Microsoft stream because he does the E3 stuff really well, but yeah. And at the same time, him and I were both like at the same time as he was saying it, I was saying the whole why, and we were just laughing. Everyone was just laughing because it's this. It just looks like this shitty version of Silent Hill. I'm like, did they remake Silent Hill? No, no. It's like everyone chat Resident Evil 2. No, no, no. And then at the end, they crop up from like in the movies. They pan up from the woods, and it's the Blair Witch symbol, and we're just like, God, no.
Yeah, my thought was, so how do you win the game? By dying in a cabin in the woods? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Pincalo? What button did you push that I can no longer hear you?
It muted me. I didn't do
No.
it.
Oh, I see. Let's
I did no such a thing. Okay, so how about some news?
have some news.
All right, feel free to share. Present me.
Fine.
Please present me. Yes. Okay, stop that.
Chrome, stop telling me you're busy, for fuck's sake.
Chrome is busy.
No, it
Chrome
just
is
says
busy.
Chrome busy. Chrome busy. Chrome busy. It's really annoying.
It's an
Okay.
irate prostate. Hello, irate prostate. Hello!
Talk to me.
Hello! Do you know what that's from?
Oh, you fucking piece of shit browser. Let's go.
Tickety
Oh,
tockety,
fuck
tickety
you.
tockety. Tickety tockety whack. Either way,
Well,
because this
Blind
one
Press
actually has this has a
streams it.
video. Does the
Huh?
video work?
Well, the
How does this?
video will work for everyone, and you'll be able to show it when I can fucking present you.
Well, fine then. I'll wait.
Oh, this is annoying.
Can you hear that? Can the chat hear that? Is the important thing.
I just want to friggin' present Pincalo so that everyone can see what he has to show us. That's all I want.
That's all you want? Can you
That's
hear
what
that
I
or no?
want.
No? Okay. Audio's not working. Wait, what about now? No?
Yeah, I can hear sound, but now I can hear myself. That was
Okay.
weird.
How about now?
Now I
No.
can't hear myself.
Okay, well, let's just stop that because we don't need the video then. If you can hear yourself, then I'm not going to deal with that
I
right now.
can't hear myself now.
Well, that's because I stopped. What about now? Can you
No,
hear the music now?
no, I can't. What did you do?
There you go. See, so I'm not fucking with that anymore. It doesn't like me. A college professor in Georgia is drawing criticism for his online comments about illegal immigrants, including his contention that people in the U.S. illegally can be a drain on the nation's economy. If you are,
Illegally be a drain? How does that?
I don't know. If you are going to reward illegal immigrants, there will be more illegal immigrants. Fang Zhao, an associate professor of history at Georgia Gwinnett College near Atlanta, told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Ah, sorry. Unmute yourself.
Did you mute me last time?
No, this time I did that.
How? Why did you do that?
It was an accident.
Why would you do
I put the cursor on present, and then it's when I double tapped, it switched over to mute.
sad face? Like Asian men here. Fang Zhao has sad face. He has sad man eyes.
Why are
Zhao,
you talking like that?
because I'm exhausted, and I can. Because it's fine. All right. Zhao says he welcomes the criticism, including from those who say he should lose his job, according to the report.
Oh,
But
that's not good.
I am against political correctness, Zhao, a legal immigrant from China, told the newspaper. I speak truth to power in class, and my students learn about the financial drain of illegal immigration on the economy and the high crime rates of illegal immigrants. Uh-oh.
Mm. So he's being punished, I'm guessing?
Oh, this is funny. My students are, quote, woke, and are overwhelmingly against illegal immigration after taking my class. Don't say woke, please.
Wait,
God.
is he
See,
using the word woke?
woke it seems to be a thing that's on both sides, and it's so stupid. But it's a dumb word. No one should use that fucking word anymore. To use the word woke when it comes to being understanding, having an understanding to a situation, stop saying woke. It's fucking stupid. But Zhao told the paper he does not force students to share his opinions. His critics, however, argue that many of Zhao's assertions, it's a big word, have been debunked, and they object to. Yawn. Sorry. And they
Like,
object to some of the terms he uses in his comments, such as libtards and ghetto thugs.
okay, but if he's a professor, he really shouldn't be he should be trying to use, you know, actual proper language. If you don't have to sound like you're a Twitter professor if you're going to teach this shit, right? Do you know what I'm trying to say? If you're
No.
you don't need to talk like you're on Twitter if you're trying to teach people stuff.
Yes, but if a professor's going off on like a tangent or a rant, and he's a rather right wing professor,
I guess. Like, I would have the same argument for an extremely left-wing professor too. I would say,
or
you're a professor, you don't need to be speaking like you're tweeting something in your lecture hall. That's just
it happens. One such critic, according to the report, is Georgia State Representative B. Nguyen, the first Vietnamese American elected to the state's House of Representatives.
of course you got
Nguyen,
to throw that in there.
oh yes. I wonder if she's a gay Asian too.
A Gaysian? No, I couldn't stop myself. I'm sorry.
Wait, is it a Gaysian if it's a woman, or is it a geisha? Ah, see, I can do them too. Nguyen posted some of Zhao's comments on Twitter this week and asked her followers, "Are these the values supported by Georgia Gwinnett College?" Let's see
Hmm.
what his tweet says. Hang on.
Ginger Nightmare says Gwinnett is lower than Georgia Tech.
Ugh, that's like a third tier community college. Matthew Levy, yes, ghetto thugs and live. Oh, he said that in a fucking tweet.
Oh, way to be disingenuous, article. Making it sound like he speaks like that in class.
Here's the tweet. Here's the tweet that Fang Zhao said. Matthew Levy, yes, ghetto thugs and libtards. I am against political correctness. I speak truth to power in class. So exactly what I quoted earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Students are woke. Please contact my employer. Come listen to my anti-illegal immigration speech in class. Then I can show you my deportation of illegal immigrants sign in my office that all my colleagues and students have seen. I have such a wonderful job and platform to educate students about illegal immigrants. Do you and Pat and Pave It Blue want to come protest at my institution? Please come take a photo of my large deportation of illegal immigrants sign in my office. Do you have a GED question mark? If not, I can find a college student to tutor you to help you pass your GED.
Okay, dude.
What?
You, that guy sounds like Trump.
Chinese Trump. He's a crump. Wait,
It,
would Trump would CHRUMP? Wouldn't that still say Trump?
it would be more of a, like, because you say Trump with a T, like in the front of your mouth, but with a
Yeah.
CH, it would be a Trump, like a. I'm not getting into linguistics with you on this fucking stream. Jesus Christ. I don't have any drugs in my office to deal with this ridiculousness.
Oh, I
And
can see yours from here.
I know you can. I was in
I,
such a
I'm
hurry to
waving at them.
I was in
I'm
such
waving
a
at them
hurry to
right
get down
now.
to, are you did you say you're waving at them?
Yes, I am. Well, we said okay. So what B Nguyen said, B for Georgia. I wonder if she's a
B for
Beyonce fan.
Georgia, huh?
Yeah,
Gunfox says, ha ha ha, damn, I approve of that tweet.
I'm not reading that, Gun Fox.
That's your problem, says Gunfox.
Well, we celebrate the passage of the Dream Act. This Georgia Gwinnett professor uses hostile terms, ghetto thugs, libtards, and spreads false narratives about immigrants. Are these the values supported by Georgia Gwinnett College? Oy vey. I have concerns about teaching him those things in the classroom, Nguyen, a Democrat, obviously, told Journal Constitution. She noted that nearly 70% of the college's students are either African American, Asian, or Hispanic. Uh huh.
Yeah, do you know how some Hispanic and African American people view illegal immigrants? You would you lady, you would be
Oh,
surprised.
it's either the glare or she has purple tinge in her hair for a fucking representative. She just colored her hair. She
You know what's really aggravating about
the
all of
fact that
these people?
the fact
The,
that you can point them out in a crowd really easily.
well, that and the fact that they've
The fact that
taken
you could point them out in a crowd.
no, the fact that dyeing your hair fun colors used to be fun. You can't do that shit now because then you're going to look like some of these crazy bastards. You don't want to do that.
College officials did not respond directly to the newspaper's request for comment, obviously, but shared the school's quote academic freedom policy, which stipulates that faculty members are allowed to express their views without fear of censure. He's got tenure.
Yep.
That's the only reason he's getting away with this shit.
Yep.
He's like,
An
fuck,
assistant
fuck
professor?
you, I
Yeah.
have tenure.
An assistant professor or a TA or anything like that would be out on their ass in a second.
The same policy, however, told faculty members that they, quote, should remember that the public may judge their profession in the college by what they say and write.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
definitely got tenure.
Samuel L. Jackson is 70? Jesus Christ.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Okay, I gotta get away from these sponsor links because some of these headlines are really fucking clickbaity. Man decided to file for divorce after he took a closer look at this photo. And it's a photo of a blonde girl who's in a tank top on her bed. And my guess is if I click it, it's going to be a picture of like a random black guy in the background or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not touching this clickbait shit. Fuck you, Fox News. Close that one. Quote from the Associated Press. Quote, I was wrong. Officer who shot 911 caller gets 12 and a half years. See? See?
You shot a 911 caller?
Yeah, I
Wow.
read some of this, and this is kind of fucked up. Uh, a former Minneapolis police officer who shot and killed an unarmed woman who had called
Wow.
911 said Friday he, quote, knew in an instant that I was wrong, end quote, and apologized to her family. Just moments before a judge brushed off a defense request for leniency and ordered him to prison for 12 and a half years. The stiff sentence for okay, well, this obviously isn't a white cop. It's a rather white name. Ready for the whitest name ever?
Mm.
Mohammed Noor capped a case. Oh, really? Capped a case? Really?
Wow,
Capped a
Arthur.
case that had been fraud. Oh. Am I wrong to think that that is just not a good
That is
form?
that is an insanely insensitive way to write that. Here, let's write about somebody who got shot, and we're gonna use the term "capped the case" in that context.
That had been fraught by race from the start.
What?
Let's go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, there's a
Noor,
link.
a Somali American shot Justine Rusek Demand, a white upper middle class dual citizen of the U.S. and Australia, when she approached his squad car in the alley behind her home in July 2017.
Wait, she called 911. He got there,
Wait,
and she showed up to his car, and he shot her.
okay, conviction of Minneapolis cop prompts talks about race. Woman killed by Minneapolis officer yearned to help people.
By shooting them?
Oh, here we go. So this is from April 10th. But in this July, wait, so she was alive? Oh no, she was dead. Okay. Okay.
Somali American cop with a history of abusing white females he encountered at his work, says Metaphorist.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, here we go. So this is from the 18th. When Justine Damond heard someone cry out in the alley behind her home in July 2017, she did what she had spent a lifetime doing. She immediately tried to help. Damond called 911 not once but twice to report what she thought was a sexual assault. When officers arrived, she ran outside in her bare feet and pajamas. Prosecutors say moments later, she lay dying of a gunshot fired by the officer who is now on trial in her death. The 40-year-old life coach was a dual citizen, was with dual citizenship, yearned to help people according to a $50 million lawsuit filed by her family.
I don't doubt it.
That lawsuit is on hold while the officer is charged. Well, they're going to get that money.
Yep.
Originally trained as a veterinary surgeon, animal lover, growing up, she said in a YouTube video she saw addiction, depression, and cancer in her family that led to her interest in meditation. Uh, oh, it's just a story about her
Yeah.
after that part. That's just a really long one. So she went to help and got shot. That's just no body cam footage.
That's interesting.
It's believed to be the first time a Minnesota police officer has been convicted of murder for an on duty shooting. With no video of Mohammed Noor shooting on Justine and conflicting testimony about the moments leading up to her death, some activists and community leaders have said race was a factor in this case from the start. The victim was white, the officer is black. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's the link there. Just goes there. It just goes to a link about underuse of cameras. So it's a problem that they don't have body cams. We can't deny that there is implicit racial bias in society at large. Yeah, so it's yeah. Wow. Minnesota's
Shot
long
dead by
after.
a Muslim cop, says
Yeah.
Gunfucks.
Oh, Gunfox and I were having a DMs about this kind of back and forth. He knows where I'm sitting on this kind of a thing. Nora 33 testified on. Okay, so we're back to our original article.
Okay.
Nor 33 testified at trial that a loud bang on the squad car startled him and his partner, and that he fired to protect his partner's life. Huh?
You heard a noise and your instinct was to shoot the noise. Really?
What? But
That
prosecutors criticized Nor for shooting without seeing a weapon or Deman's hands. In April, a jury convicted of third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter.
third
Seriously?
degree third degree murder and second degree manslaughter?
Yeah.
Aren't they the same thing?
No. Some people in Minneapolis's large Somali community and the larger black community argued the case was handled differently from police shootings across across the country in which the victims were black and the officers were white. And Nor's conviction came after Geronimi Yanez, a Latino officer, was cleared of manslaughter in the 2016 death of black motorist Philando Castile. Of course, they got to bring up Castile.
Wasn't he the guy that was like...
He had his gun next to him, and he was still pulling out his fucking gun as the cop was saying, "Leave your gun.
Yeah.
Don't reach for your gun. Leave your gun alone." And that was the one where the wife was in the seat going, "He's dying now. Are you just
Mhm.
going to let him die?" Like, she had no give a shit.
So she was literally just calm, like, oh, he's dying
Oh,
now.
you never heard the Philando Castile video?
No, I heard of him. I heard that he was going for his gun, but I didn't know the wife was like...
Oh, no. The woman
super
that filmed it.
cavalier about him dying in the car.
Oh, yeah, I was fucked. Castile video. Let's see here. It's come on, load, search. Where is it? Oh, here's the live stream video of it. Okay. So don't talk.
Police shooting last night in Minnesota.
We're waiting for a back. I will, sir. No worries. I will.
Viewed more than 1 million times before being taken down on Facebook. The video shows a traffic stop turned deadly. 32-year-old Philando Castile, along with his
he was in the
girlfriend and her
passenger seat.
child, pulled over
Thanks for the
last night.
correction there,
The beginning
metaphors.
of the incident not on tape, but Castile was shot, his arm bloodied. The woman in shock, but continuing to live stream the situation on Facebook. In the video, she says that Castile had a license to carry a firearm. She says she warned the officer that he would be reaching to his pocket to get his ID. The officer appears agitated.
Told him to get his hand off. You told him to get his ID, sir, and his driver's license.
She says the officer fired.
Like, listen to how she talks as the dude's dying next to her.
To the hospital.
If you only hear yourself, you're fine to talk. They can't. They'll hear you, but they won't hear feedback.
Heading to the local hospital to protest.
But if okay, but this is not showing context.
No, they never do.
This video is because she's not doing the way that she's talking.
Of the deadly shooting.
He's being like, she's trying not to escalate shit.
Yeah.
And the cop is like freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the problem with her is.
No, that's the Philando Castile tape.
I know, but what I'm saying is that you made it sound like she didn't care. She
doesn't care.
Well, I wouldn't keep live streaming, that's for sure. But it's not as bad as the way you made it sound. It's...
Oh no, it's like he's sitting there dying, and she's talking like anyway. You have to see her face and how she reacts because she's looking at the camera. It's not like she's got the camera. She's like, if it was, I think it was Facebook she was live streaming on.
Yes, she was. It says.
Okay.
But this dude, this Somali guy, he got 12 years, but he
Yeah.
should. He should. He says, in his words, he heard a noise and just shot. Like, that's not how
That's a fast fucking draw.
That's not how you react. Like, I know I don't know much about law enforcement and stuff, but
Ginger Nightmare asks, why did the police shoot the black man? The Castile thing was he was armed. He was supposedly reaching for his ID, but the cop thought it was a gun. He said, stop reaching, and he wouldn't stop reaching. So, yeah. So Gianna's got off. And that's what the whole thing with the Philando Castile thing. They're trying to take this and go, well, it's comparative to the Philando Castile thing. No, it's not.
it's not.
Not even to the slightest.
Yeah,
Ahmed Noor carried a sign in the courthouse that had the words "Black Muslim immigrant and guilty," with boxes checked next to each word. That he had doubted a white officer would have been treated the same in Noor's situation. There will be many cases after this where a white officer kills a black kid. Oh God,
I'm sorry.
It already did happen.
Are we really doing this right now?
What?
Somebody called for help. And when help arrived and they went outside to tell them what they heard, they get shot. And that's comparable to all of the footage.
A black teenager running through neighborhoods and then getting shot by a semi-white Cuban.
Or all of these body cam footage of a police officer trying to peaceably arrest somebody who's black and a whole bunch of other black people surrounding the officer and like screeching at him for doing his job.
Yeah, well, don't forget, like it's weird though. 911 officers, the 911 responders, everyone is different. Like, remember what happened with our one friend's brother?
Yeah.
Right? Like that thing's still going on. We're on 6 years now almost. For those of you that don't know, he called the local police because he was suicidal, and walked outside with a 2-inch long blade that he was using to cut an apple with. And he went suicide by cop.
I don't think he went suicide. If he
It was
went
preventable. No, it was.
I don't think he
It's the whole
intended
thing
for them to show up and shoot him.
Everybody's stories mismatched. It was one of those nobody was really there till after it happened situations. The only witness, I think, was like 2 blocks away. It was a weird situation that happened with him. But that's just
shot 7 fucking times, dude.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. Police videos will show you they shoot a lot. Because you shoot till the target stops moving. That's what you're supposed to do. Friday's sentencing was marked by emotional statements from Noor, Damon's fiance, and his son, and her family in Australia, who said they continue to struggle with the loss of a kind, generous person who had filled their lives with joy and laughter. Damon was a 40-year-old life coach who was due to be married a month after her death. Noor was returned after his sentencing to the state's maximum security prison in Oak Park Heights, where he has been held since his conviction in a secure unit for his safety. Under Minnesota law, he would serve 2/3 of his sentence in prison, assuming good behavior, and the remaining third on supervised release. His lawyers said they were disappointed in the sentence and hinted they plan to appeal. Of course they do.
I'm sorry, motherfucker. You shot somebody because you heard a noise. That's bullshit. Press, don't say what you're about to say. You'll get your channel deleted.
Exactly. You don't want that.
Pardon?
Sunshine and sparkles. That's what we want. Sunshine and sparkles.
I'm muting so I can go get a drink and my stuff now. I need to read more.
But you're not going to get to hear about the local woman who was bit by a fucking snake.
Okay, I want to hear that.
Do you want to hear that?
I do.
Okay, well, CTV, you suck.
Sweetness and light, says Ginger Nightmare. Yeah, I know, right?
The owner of a Peterborough reptile zoo came to the rescue of a Kitchener woman in desperate need of anti-venom.
Wait, what?
They don't. Fucking CTV. Learn to your editors. Fix your shit.
What? Okay, can you repeat that? I don't think I heard you properly.
I'm reading it as it is written. The owner of a Peterborough reptile zoo came to the rescue of a Kitchener woman in desperate need of anti-venom. I think that's supposed to be venom.
Was the author thinking of having some venison that night? And
She had been traveling in Thailand when she was bitten by the potentially lethal snake called the Malayan pit viper. Ow. Bry Loist, the owner of Indian River Reptile Zoo in Peterborough, says he was told by the hospital that the women had received anti-venom, it is a thing, a week ago while in Thailand, but after returning to Canada, she once again began experiencing symptoms. The woman had sought treatment at Grand River Hospital. Loist says she needed additional doses of anti-venom.
no, it's anti-venom, not venom.
It says anti-venom.
How's it spelled? VEN.
Antivenin. Okay, I have to look this word up now. I know it's supposed to be anti-venom. I know that. But I could be wrong. Oh, it's a different thing. Let's see what it says. Anti-venom. Speak.
Anti-venom. Anti-venom.
That's it.
Anti-venom.
It's just gonna say the word over and over again.
Well, no, I shh. So that's how you say it. And it's an anti-serum containing antibodies against specific poisons, especially those of the venom of snakes. So it's just a different word.
Huh.
Anti-venom is also known as anti-venin. Okay, so it's the same thing.
Weird.
Never seen it before. New word. It's a new word for my vocabulary.
Here
that I
on The
don't.
Blind and the Special, we are constantly learning things.
He picked up 6 vials at his store and then met up with OPP, who delivered it to the hospital. Besides the Peterborough store, the next closest anti-venom dose was in Texas. It's not common, but it does happen. We're one of the only facilities other than the Toronto Zoo to stock anti-venom for all of the venomous snakes that we keep. You're a pet store.
He's a reptile.
Pet vipers?
He's a reptile zoo. That's why he has it.
Besides the Peterborough store, the next closest anti-venom dose is in Texas. Something tells me it's also a store. We're one of the only. Now we have to go to work without that safety net of anti-venom, so it's very concerning. Well, Justin Kreller, a Cambridge business owner who sells snakes and other reptiles, says even a milliliter of venom from a Malayan pit viper can be deadly. Just because something is small doesn't necessarily make it dangerous. A bite can result in a loss of fingers, tissues, or even death. Yeah, theirs causes necrosis.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, they're an evil snake. Pit vipers are evil. I'm putting the picture up for a minute. Maybe it'll get the... Let's see here. Oh. Here's my titular article for the day. You ready? From the Daily Star. Nurse warns women to stop vacuuming their vaginas to end their periods.
I saw that tweet. Oh my god.
A dangerous menstrual vacuuming trend has been highlighted by medical experts. Women are hospitalized after trying to stop their periods with hoovers. Apparently there was a tweet saying this is kind of fake, but not. It's weird. But either way, I'm going to read it because it's messed up. After I do this.
Thank you, Captain Weeb, for the $1 donation that says thank you, or that says, I hope you're all both doing good. Have a great night. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Much obliged, sir. Your money helps us get food and things and stuff. Thank you. Women are putting themselves in danger by trying to end their periods early. An American nurse revealed that 2 females were rushed to hospital after trying to vacuum their menstrual blood out.
Holy fuck.
Disgusting. The patients,
With what
aged
type of
23
vacuum?
and 19, what?
Were they using their household vacuums? Were they borrowing their husband's shop vac? What
Yes,
the
they
fuck?
got the shop vac with the 3-inch hose. I have a little bitty shop vac. I mean, they could have used one of those things. It's about the size of the. It's enough to stick your schlong in, so it might work.
Ugh. Ladies, that's not what a shop vac is for.
You ready?
Yeah, I think
The
so.
patients, aged 23 and 19, were said to go into shock after carrying out the DIY procedure.
No shit.
Medical experts have since warned women against trying menstrual extraction due to its worrying impacts.
Like, I'm surprised nothing gets, like, sucked out other than blood. Like, actual tissue and, like, the suction. Like, how could that not create a prolapse of...
Exactly what Metaphors just said. This is how you end up with a prolapsed uterus.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. How do you not get a prolapsed uterus from that?
Why do you think gay guys don't shove vacuums up their buttholes? If you damage the cervix, you cannot carry a child.
That is correct.
I don't think these women care about that. I bet you these are the type of women that get scraped more than a fisherman's knuckle.
I bet you these are the type of women that literally think, well, they use vacuums to abort babies,
Exactly.
so why not do this for periods?
Exactly my point. Oh, big yawn. Whew. Okay, I'm good. A U.S. nurse took to Twitter with these words of advice. Ladies, please stop using your vacuum hose to end your period early. I don't understand how that works either.
How about, ladies, stop being retards?
You're gonna wind up sucking out a lot more than blood. There are 2 cases of this so far this week, and both women had to be admitted. Just stop. The hospital worker also explained why menstrual extraction can be so dangerous. She added, your period has a steady flow of its own, and that for all intents and purposes, your body can tolerate. I just found out that that is actually the phrase.
Yes, it is.
I was one of those people that thought it was for all intensive purposes.
Oh, God.
What?
You did?
I was one of those people. I'll admit it. I actually thought it was for all intensive purposes.
Ah.
What? Am I dumb?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. Ow.
Good, you deserve that.
My chair just grabbed some strands of hair and pulled them out somehow.
It wasn't your chair. Tommy's Oh, my eye. Okay, hold on. I can't stop yawning. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. A vacuum increases the flow over 1,000 times, which your body can't tolerate, therefore sending you into shock. Is it toxic shock?
No, that's what happens when you leave a tampon in too long.
Words of advice: women are urged to let their periods take their natural course. Following news of the worrying trend, Daily Star Online sought further advice from a medical expert. Shabir Patel, pharmacist at... Really?
They asked a pharmacist?
Seriously?
Here, we need to ask some gynecological questions. Let's ask a pharmacist.
Seriously?
Oh. Oh God, I can't stop.
I broke my leg. I need to go see a chiropractor.
No, that's.
Fuck's sakes.
Oh my God. I have a heart attack. Send me to the gastroenterologist. What the fuck, people?
Bad, naughty people.
Anyway.
Oh. Also, okay, she also warned against it. Or he said, the idea of someone trying to vacuum up their period is honestly baffling to me. It's clearly a terrible idea. Your body's menstrual cycle is a natural thing, and some women suffer from worse symptoms than others when their time of the month comes around. However, surely, trying to get it over with more quickly. Why am I talking like a Jamaican? God damn it.
You're not even. You're talking like somebody who doesn't know where they're from.
No, I am Shamir Patel. Okay, there we go. This is a better talk now. I talk like that. By using a vacuum hose to suck out the remaining blood and tissue is not going to help and could make things worse. The amount of suction that a vacuum hose put in your insides through is more than enough to move some blood and could cause permanent damage. That will be much more. And now I am from Ghana.
I was going to say, now you're from Nigeria or
To
something.
manage then the average menstrual cycle. Montuba says. And as if that weren't enough, your vacuum cleaner is a far cry from sterile medical equipment. So trying to put it in your vagina.
Metaphor says, that's stupid. It burns us.
It burns! The goggles, they do nothing. God damn it. Such as infections or worse. We all know that periods can be frustrating, uncomfortable, inconvenient, and a whole lot more. But taking such dangerous measures to get it over with could make your problems much, much worse.
Yeah, he should know he comes from a country where you get locked up in a suffocating hut when you're on your period. That's certainly inconvenient and painful.
Do not talk about the hot time like that. It is a special time for the woman. She gets to taste it and see how it feels. That's all she gets to eat, you know.
Oh, God. Blech.
It tastes like copper.
Just shh.
And the Ganges.
Ah.
Medical professionals will be able to offer you the help you need without having to resort to sticking a vacuum hose into places it really should not be. Thankfully, I've never heard of pyramid vacuuming being a common trend.
Pyramid
I truly
vacuuming?
hope that nobody is going to see the idea floating around on the internet and try it for themselves. Please don't attempt this fad if you value your health.
You just said pyramid vacuuming.
Yes, you must take care of the pyramids too. You are women. You must vacuum the women's house. The pyramid is the home. That is the place of solace. That is where the women will be with the vacuum cleaner. Not in the vajayjay.
I'm just picturing...
Not the crevice you want to vacuum.
I'm just picturing some menstruating woman breaking into the Pyramid of Giza with a fucking Dyson.
We're going to hell for this bit. And you're all coming with us.
I told you on Twitter we'd be doing our usual Sunday night antics.
And I'm exhausted, which means I have no filter. Sorry, censors. Deal with it. Don't forget, we got 3 other channels, so it's okay. Oh. Okay. Tanning addict who can't live without sunbeds is accused of trying to be black. Oh, God. I hate when I click on rabbit holes.
No, she's just an idiot who can't understand to go outside.
Kelly Starr is actually kind of in it. No, did you not hear the rest of it?
She's being accused of trying to be black. Yes, I heard.
Is that called black assing?
No, that's called
Trying to reenact. No, I can't do it. Trying to reenact creation of man. Oops, burned another one. Whoops. Hello, news article. Will you please hurry up?
Canada is just the thing, says Gun Fox.
What?
Someone vacuuming where they shouldn't is why the Sphinx has.
UK. What?
Terry says, someone vacuuming where they shouldn't is why the Sphinx has no nose. Oh, Terry.
Okay. Screw that story. Let's look at our wonderful, fearful, and retarded leader who only has 6 months left before he's gone. Trudeau's genocide comment sparks international probe.
What genocide comment?
Oh, you didn't hear? You didn't hear? Oh, come on. Where's the story? Load, you whore. There we go. Genocide, period. That's what the Prime Minister of Canada says Canada is guilty of. The crime of crimes. That's what the United Nations International Criminal Tribunal called it, too, when passing judgment on Jean Kambanda, who oversaw the slaughter of more than 800,000 Tutsi and Hutu civilians in Rwanda in the spring and summer of 1994. The crime of crimes. Said the tribunal, genocide constitutes the crime of crimes. Why do they keep saying that?
Why are we responsible for the Rwandan genocide?
I don't know. But let's find out. Kambanda, like Justin Trudeau, was a prime minister. Like Justin Trudeau, too, he admitted he had facilitated genocide. Huh? Unlike Justin Trudeau, Kambanda is now serving a life sentence. Trudeau, however, has imposed a political sentence on himself. On Tuesday in Vancouver, he talked about the report released by the National Inquiry into murdered and missing Indigenous women and girls. Okay, so we're back on the dead natives. It was genocide, Trudeau said. No, it's not.
Okay, listen, you hyperbolic freak. Are there still Native Canadians around?
Psst. No. Bad thing, because Armenian genocide, still Armenians around.
That's
Jewish
true.
genocide, still Jews around. Rwandan genocide, still Rwandans around. No. The fact that they're calling the independent, separate law disappearances of young women and girls from Indigenous communities that leave these reservations and then they disappear off the highway and then are found dead later on. And a lot of the time, it's another native killing them.
Is it bad? Is it bad that that police tend to take a missing Native woman less seriously than they do a missing other type of woman? Yeah,
That's because of reservation politics.
But
they're told. Hold on, that part is also kind of false because reservation politics. They're told not to deal with it because what happens when they go on to the reservation and try to ask any questions? They get shunned.
Well, and I was just about to say that's still not genocide. That's still not the active killing of people because of their, like, the cops aren't, when every single cop gets a missing or murdered Indigenous case across their desk, they don't just go, "Oh, stupid goddamn Native bitch, fucker," and throw the folder in the garbage. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a genocide by cop. You know what I mean? Like,
this is Trudeau trying to garner the Native vote at the same time as the gay vote because it's Pride Month, and he just donned it also as Indigenous Peoples Month.
Oh, that's right, June 30th, isn't it? Because
June.
there's two. Wasn't there two new holidays that they've made up? There was like the September 30th and June.
Yeah.
Something or other.
Yeah, the September 30th is supposed to be is going to be a national holiday. So now we get 2 federal holidays. Yay, more losses.
2 federal holidays in 1 month. Brilliant.
Yeah, let's
Just
let our
brilliant.
kids become less educated because they miss more school. And then on top of that, make it so our economy turns to shit because people aren't working and producing fucking money. That helps my pocketbook. On Wednesday, one day after the Canadian Prime Minister said Canada had committed genocide against thousands of Indigenous women and girls. Did you catch that statement?
How do you commit genocide against thousands? And why am I hearing
The
myself?
Organization of American States announced it expected Canada to cooperate with its investigation. Justin Trudeau is now the first Canadian Prime Minister to be investigated for state-sponsored mass murder by an international body in which Canada is a member state. I don't know why that sentence is making me laugh, but it is.
Why can't I hear myself all of a sudden?
I don't know. I didn't touch nothing.
Are you sure? Oh, now it's gone again. Why is voice meter haunted?
Because voice meter sucks.
I've never met a nice girl named Jennifer, says Ginger Nightmare. You know what? Come to think of it, neither have I. Oh,
Nope.
wait, that's not true. I know one nice person named Jennifer. She's a family friend, and she has since moved to Prince Edward Island, so I haven't seen her in like...
during a federal election. Don't forget, it's a federal election year, and now he's going to be investigated for state-sponsored mass murder because of his own stupid words.
Wow.
You dumb motherfucker.
Do you see what happens when you virtue signal?
In a letter sent to Canada's government, the Secretary General of the OAS wrote, "The more presumption of the crime of genocide against Indigenous women and girls in your country should not and cannot leave any room for indifference from the perspective of the inter-American community and the international community." What? Given that your country has always sided with scrutiny and international investigation in situations where human rights are violated in different countries, I am expecting to receive a favorable response to this request. In other words, this is your full circle coming back to bite you in the ass.
Yep. And let me tell you right now, he just spat in the face of some of his own troops.
Some?
That served in Rwanda as UN peacekeepers.
Some? He shits on the troops all the time. He's anti-veteran. And
if I was Senator Dallaire, I'd be like, I resign, you piece of shit. Fuck you.
It is 4:05 a.m. I am fading fast. Well, Ginger Nightmare, if you fall asleep, just know that I can always go into an ASMR mode for you and help you.
I will kick you out of this hangout, you fucking...
If you need help sleeping, please feel free to let me know. And I can give you the creepy Biden. I could be your creepy Uncle Joe.
Yeah, I will kick you out of this hangout.
Retired General Romaro. Oh, here we go. Where am I?
Romeo Dallaire.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you right now.
Who commanded the United Nations Assistance Mission for Rwanda when Jean Kambanda was facilitating genocide there, was another. Dallaire, a former Liberal senator, sounded angry at Trudeau.
Yeah.
I am not comfortable with that. My definition of genocide, is a deliberate act of a government to exterminate deliberately and by force and directly an ethnicity or a group of human beings, and that meant actually going and slaughtering people. Saying genocide like this is the same shit as calling everybody that disagrees with you a fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking... Oh my God! Back to Bethesda real quick, and the wonderful bullshit at So they were talking about Wolfenstein and the new Wolfenstein that they're releasing, and I swear to Christ, the dude said "kill Nazis" at least 100 fucking times in a 20-minute speech.
Wow.
It was insane. Good night, Ginger Nightmare. We're glad to have had you with us tonight.
Good night, Ginger Nightmare.
Be well, and have a wonderful Monday. No, it's crazy. Like the whole fact that I wish I had had a counter to count how many times this lispy fucker kept saying the words "killing Nazis." We have to kill Nazis. Oh, you're going to enjoy killing these Nazis. Oh, we're going to kill Nazis. You're going to kill lots and lots of Nazis. We went to America and killed Nazis. Now we're going to go to France and kill Nazis. And then it turns out that it's super woke with two emo, depressed looking anorexic bitches that are going to go rescue their father from Nazi France. And I looked at the gameplay, the gameplay they showed it, and the arms. It looked like two twigs holding a fucking machine gun. It was insane. Like it looks like shit. They ruined Wolfenstein, and then they played Commander Keen. They killed my Commander Keen. They made it all campy and fucking retarded, and it's a mobile game now.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
Oh, it's sad. Oh, did you watch it too, Tim? Yeah, I watched it on Medicare because, like I said, I have to watch Medicare when he covers these things because it's just great to have.
I love that time when he pointed out the "show Daddy how big you are" or something like that. Tell Daddy how big you are.
Yeah, that was the Microsoft.
That was just disturbing.
Oh, yeah, Microsoft is another one that's just. Oh, it's bad. Bethesda, the only thing I'm going to buy from them this year is Doom. That's it. And I might buy the early release. His the Quiz Thunes. My dick stinks. Have a fun night. It's an Aussie thing. That's how most other experts define genocide too. State-led, state-sponsored, state-sanctioned mass murder of citizens belonging to a particular race or religion or ethnic group. Does it show him talking about it in this clip? On the day the inquiry issued its damning... Oh God, I can't read tonight. Fuck. Its damning report in Ottawa, calling the murder of thousands of Indigenous women and girls, Trudeau declined to go along. He wouldn't call it genocide. By the time he got to Vancouver, however, Trudeau had changed his tune.
Interesting.
What? Did I miss something?
So somebody wanted him to call it genocide and he wouldn't do it, and then he decided that...
On the day the inquiry issued its damning report in Ottawa. Oh, the inquiry.
Into the missing...
Yeah, because that's what they kept calling it. Remember, for
like
the past year or so, they keep calling it the inquiry into...
Yeah, the inquiry on missing Indigenous women and girls is what it is.
It should be capitalized, but it's not. That's what threw me off. Because technically it's... I guess in this case it would be a name because it's the inquiry. It's like the
It should be capitalized, yes.
Yeah. Call it brain function, please. Thank you.
If I only had a brain.
Trudeau declined to go along. Yeah, it was genocide, he said. No, it wasn't. At that point, the OAS and possibly the International Criminal Court and such bodies had no choice but to act. And Canada, having called for investigators unto other nations, see, this is what happens when you're a tattletale. Canada, having called for investigations into other nations over the years, has no choice but to cooperate. Its prime minister had admitted to the crime before an investigation had even begun. You dumb fucker. Was it the ethical thing to do? Was it morally right? Was it the biggest self-inflicted political wound in Canadian history? Yes, this is why he's worse than Kim Campbell.
Even Kim Campbell wouldn't have said something that stupid.
None of that matters. Genocide is the crime of crimes, and the defendant, Justin Trudeau, says he's guilty of it. Then he should be impeached. This is what you impeach people for. Crime.
Scheer is probably sitting back going, thank you. Thank you, God.
Speaking of weirdo, wacko, whirly, fucking upside down honk world we're in today. Huge Hong Kong protest expected in last push to scrap extradition bill.
Extradition bill?
Yeah.
Wait, extradition to China?
Yeah, from Hong Kong to mainland China. One of the weirdest things. Yeah. At least 500,000 people in Hong Kong are expected to brave sweltering heat on Sunday to press the government to scrap a proposed extradition law that would allow suspects to be sent to China to face trial, organizers of the march said. One of the biggest problems with China is on the mainland is they will just accuse you and then charge you. That's it. And that's what these people are all afraid of. Because the Hong Kong is like the Western world of China.
It is. Yeah.
So, I'm 22% Blackfoot Indian, and I have to point out tribalism has been popular, but they changed the thing to genocide. Impeachment is the equivalence of voting no confidence. Yes, I know. But in this case, it really should be a no confidence. But you see, here's the thing, though. We kept on wanting a no confidence vote for Harper, and we ended up getting Trudeau.
We got 3 no confidence votes for Harper, and the motherfucker beat them all.
That's because he went, oh, you're going to vote? Pirogue. It's like what Ford's doing right now in the province. What did I say? They're shutting. They shut down Thursday. They just shut down, or they're going to shut down. One of the two. Until after the election on October 21st. Why am I paying my fucking taxes? Seriously, why am I paying my taxes?
The provincial government's just gone on a break, and the federal government's about to go on their summer vacation.
No. But it's the fact that they should be back in September.
Yep.
But they're waiting 2 extra months. Also, why the fuck are politicians getting the summer off? Are they students? Are they children in school? Why do they need a break?
They don't.
Exactly. A committee of pro-democratic groups has raised turnout estimates and are now eyeing the biggest single-day rally since 2003, when a similar number of protesters forced the government to shelve tighter national security laws. That was my chair.
Pink Hollow should get a new chair.
I should, but I don't. I'm not reading that anymore. That's boring. So yes, protests in Hong Kong over them not being allowed to be deported. But this is going to be fun. Let's talk about someone everybody loves. Can you guess who we're going to talk about?
Trump?
Nope.
Then no.
I said loves, not loathes.
I thought you were being sarcastic.
No. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Schooled by FBI counterterrorism official after suggesting white supremacists are getting off the hook.
They are?
They are, apparently. As she sits.
Didn't the most lefty governor in the fucking country just deny parole for one of Manson's followers like last week?
Yep.
So how are white supremacists getting off the hook exactly? Can someone please explain this to me? If California,
because Trump is still in office, that's why.
But if California, the state that just took away the felony punishment for giving somebody HIV knowingly, says, no, you white supremacists murderous cunt. You get to stay in jail.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has never been scared to express her opinion, and some have been damned controversial. Here are
What's with
some
the
of her
weird
most
music?
controversial statements. It's Fox.
Oh.
Are they actually gonna play the audio? Oh, fuck off. I don't want to read her quotes. Millennials and people Gen Z and all these folks that will come after us after looking up like we are like, the world's going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change. And your biggest issue is how we're going to pay for it?
Yes.
On June 27th, 2018, on MSNBC's Meet the Press, after host Steve Kornacki asked, "The movement you're part of, how big do you think it is, and do you think it's still the kind of thing that will still cause political problems for the Democrats in part of the country?" Come on. Cortez didn't hesitate to respond with jabs to the president. Well, I think sometimes we create these fear-based labels. Do we talk about authoritarian capitalism because we have an authoritarian hyper-capitalist in the presidency?
Wow.
Yes, these are some odd. Come on. I think once we start fixing these labels instead of thinking about what does this actually mean, what are we actually fighting for? I wish I had a speed up button. I read faster than these things are. Come on. Oh, what are we fighting for? We're fighting for your stupidity. So you can say these words. On PBS Firing Line, Ocasio-Cortez said, "Unemployment is low because everyone has two jobs.
Wait, what?
Unemployment is low because people are working 60, 70, 80 hours a week and can barely feed their family."
Wait, everyone has two jobs?
The statement drew condemnation from a number of right-leaning outlets. On Anderson Cooper, "I really understood the frustration that working people had across the political spectrum.
You did?
When anybody is saying the economy is going great, we are at record levels. That's a frustration that says, well, the economy is good for who?" On the Maddow Show, Ocasio-Cortez shares her excitement about Amazon bailing out on their New York HQ2 plans for New York. You fucking moron, have no idea.
Yeah.
We could create 25,000 jobs with mom and pops. We could create 25,000 with companies that are willing to come to the table. But we should not be giving away our infrastructure. It's not how it works, dummy. Our subway system, our schools, our teachers' salaries, our firefighters' budgets to a company that has not shown good faith to New Yorkers. And we can ask for more because we deserve more.
Oh my god.
And she really has no idea.
You deserve a frying pan to the head, is what you deserve.
Ocasio-Cortez comments on climate change and how it is a clear and present danger to our country, and also a terrible movie. And I would just like to submit that it truly does not seem as though the track record is showing up that there is any desire in the executive branch to address climate change. And we have to reiterate that Congress, and we have to use our powers here so that Congress is the committee particular with oversight that take action to address this clear and present danger to the United States. Thank you very much. The
Clear and present danger to the United States.
It's a
Really?
clear and present danger.
I know.
Yeah. Because it's just fucking that sad.
I would have given her credit for trying to steal a line from that movie, but I don't think she's intelligent enough to watch that movie. I don't get it. What's going on? That's what she would be doing.
Oh, yeah. Now on to the article. Representative Ocasio-Cortez was schooled by an FBI counterterrorism official earlier this week after she incorrectly suggested Muslims get charged with terrorism because they are treated as foreign, while white supremacists get, quote, off the hook. Oh. The New York Democrat used a hearing on Tuesday to suggest that Muslims are being treated differently in the U.S., including getting charged with terrorism for criminal acts, while white supremacist attackers avoid being charged with, quote, domestic terrorism for similar crimes. That's a load of bullshit.
Sure.
Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah.
Just off the top of my head, Dylan Roof is being considered a terrorist.
Timothy McVeigh, Dylan Roof, fucking Charles Manson.
How about the shithead that shot up the church, the place in Quebec? Like, it just keeps going and going. Michael McGarity, the assistant director of the counterterrorism division of the FBI, fired back at the freshman Democrat, explaining that the authorities can't charge people with a domestic terrorism charge simply because such a charge does not exist in U.S. law. Duh. You use the word, quote, charge. As I said before, there is no domestic terrorism charge like 18 U.S.C. 2339 ACBD for a foreign terrorist organization. What we do, both on the international terrorism side with the homegrown violent extremists and domestic terrorism, we'll use any tool in the toolkit to arrest them. You dummy.
Mm-hmm.
This is the tweet. Let's see here. You're not going to find an actual charge of domestic terrorism out there if you look at Title 18. He added after repeated questioning by the Democrat. She went on to point out that the San Bernardino shooting or the Orlando Pulse nightclub shooting are cases where the perpetrators were, quote, charged as domestic terrorist incidents.
That doesn't mean they were domestic terrorists.
So, because the perpetrator was Muslim, there doesn't seem that because the perpetrator is Muslim, the designation would say it's a foreign organ. What the fuck? Okay, I gotta try that again. Because there's like abrupt interruption line. So, because the perpetrator was Muslim, there doesn't it seem that because the perpetrator is Muslim that the designation would say it's a foreign organization? Huh?
So all Muslims are foreign? Is that what she's saying?
Huh?
Every Muslim in this country, in her country, is foreign.
Oh
boy. So does that mean every Puerto Rican is foreign too, even the ones that were born there?
In Pittsburgh of Jewish people. That.
Okay, this is going to be an interesting clip.
AME Church.
It's very quiet.
Americans in Charleston and the Tree of Life synagogue shooting in Pittsburgh of Jewish people. Those were only designated and charged as hate crimes, not domestic terrorist incidents. Mr. McGarity, why did the FBI not believe that these incidents were domestic terrorist incidents?
That's not correct. I don't know who told you that we didn't, but we certainly had cases open on them in both those cases. And I wasn't here for the Dylan Roof case, but it's certainly in our own Department of Justice Civil Rights about 3-4 weeks ago in their testimony actually stated that it was a domestic terrorism event charged through the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice for a hate crime.
Go look.
I was here for the Tree of Life. I will tell you, I remember that day distinctly. It was worked as both a domestic terrorism case and a hate crimes case, and it still worked that way.
And so you are disputing that the AME, you're saying that AME was charged with domestic terrorism, Dylan Roof.
God, her
So
eyes are
you're using the
terrifying.
word charge. So as I said before, there's no domestic terrorism charge like 18 U.S.C. 2339 A, B, C, D for a foreign terrorist organization. So what we do, both on the international terrorism side with homegrown violent extremists and domestic terrorists, we'll use any tool in the toolkit to arrest them, hopefully left of attack. Should it be after,
It's like he's talking to a
likely that
5-year-old.
hate crime statute will come into play through the Civil Rights Division as a charge because it's a good federal
And
charge.
she's like, like,
Back away from your mic a little bit.
I am.
Was the actual charge domestic terrorism?
You're not going to find an actual charge of domestic terrorism out there. If you look at Title 18, right? If you're looking for...
Well, it says here that, but at the San Bernardino shooting or the Orlando Pulse nightclub shooting, they were designated and charged as domestic terrorist incidents.
They were charged. I'd have to go back and look.
His
They were
brain,
charged likely
he
with,
skipped a gear there.
a foreign terrorist organization.
Even his look on his
likely
face was
fall
like,
under 18 USC
what?
23 A or B.
He had this deer in the
memorial
headlights look
and
like.
the church
Did she-
shooting of
what?
Black Americans in Charleston. And
Oh, does it continue?
so because the perpetrator was Muslim, they are. Doesn't it seem that because the perpetrator is
That's
Muslim,
not correct. That has nothing
that
to do-
the
that-
designation would
No.
say it's a foreign
No,
organization?
It's not correct. That is not correct.
Okay, can you explain
Yeah. so
why?
Homegrown violent extremists or most of the people we arrest in the United States, homegrown violent extremists, self-radicalized, born in the U.S., doesn't matter what religion.
But the Orlando Post Club shooter meets those qualifications, and you're
He was
implying,
worked as an international terrorist because he was following under the definition.
but he was
how we
homegrown
work
and
homegrown violent
self-radicalized.
extremist cases, how we work homegrown violent extremist cases under the global jihad, we worked under international terrorism. That is correct.
Is white supremacy not a global issue?
No.
It is a global issue
So why are they not charged with foreign?
because the United States
Terrorism.
Congress doesn't have a statute for us for domestic terrorism like we do on a foreign terrorist organization like ISIS, Al Qaeda, Al Shabaab.
But why? That's racist.
Okay, wait. This is interesting.
It is true, right, that there is not a United States code, fill in the blank, domestic terrorism
Hold on a
statute.
sec.
In addition, with respect to, maybe this might be better for Mr. McGarity, with some of the questioning you had from my colleague from New York just a moment
This
ago.
guy named Chip Roy.
It is true, right, that there is not a United States code, fill in the blank, domestic terrorism statute to prosecute crimes in the United States under, correct?
Yeah, there's a statute, but it defines what domestic terrorism is. It's not a statute you could charge.
Right.
Like 2339 on the other for foreign terrorists.
Correct. And so that's why you were describing there were no charges under it because there was nothing to charge.
Right. So the narrative is not out there. Correct.
However, there are numerous crimes in which you can, under which you could charge people who are engaged in criminal activity, and that happens all the time, whether it's hate crimes or other crimes, right? Engaged in criminal activity, federal, state, and local, correct?
Yes.
And that happens all the time on a
Yeah.
daily basis.
We use 2330.
That's kind of insane. Okay, so then she puts out a tweet.
Okay.
This hearing is wild. The FBI witness tried to say I was wrong. I tried to be generous plus give benefit of doubt, but then we checked. I wasn't. Violence by Muslims is routinely treated as terrorism. White supremacist violence isn't. Neo-Nazis are getting off the hook.
Oh my god.
Dumb bitch. Oh, I gotta send this thread to Monkey. Oh, he needs Monkey.
Oh my god.
Monkey needs this thread in his life. Oh, where's that? Where is it? Where is it? Oh wait, no, it's down here. Share. Yeah, Monkey needs this thread in his life. Oh, that's just wrong.
Maybe she shouldn't get her talking points from Inspire.
Oh, Monkey and freaking Sinatra both need this thread. They need to see this. Come on, slow ass computer. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Come on. This is how slow this is. Click. Talk.
Talk. So how many articles do you have left?
3.
Okay.
Or if you count the one Gunfox just sent me.
I see.
Why?
I was just asking.
Well, I set up for the show.
You did.
Yes, yes. Oh my god, computer, be faster.
Hey, Data's here too. Hello, Data Wasteland.
Hello, Data Wasteland.
And hello,
Say it.
Prospero.
Come on. Send.
Add Drunkle and Bear to the list, apparently.
What list?
The list of people you're sending that to.
Y'all can forward it from that. Because I ain't fucking around with that shit no more. So yeah, so he proves she's a dumbass.
She sure did. Or he sure did. Wow.
Okay. So, Stratford. Infinite Pride Stratford Parade, bigger and better.
Is it the same computer that is streaming this stream? No, it is not.
No, it's that bad. It's just broken.
If Pincolo were streaming with his computer, there would be no stream.
Sunday school teacher says she was strip searched at Vancouver airport after angry guard failed to find drugs.
Wait, what?
I shall read that again. Sunday school teacher says she was strip searched at Vancouver airport after angry guard failed to find drugs.
He wanted to find drugs and she didn't have any, and so he got angry at her? Like,
Canadian Border Services Agency investigated more than 800 allegations of 800 allegations over 2 years. Wow. A former Sunday school teacher who was falsely accused of being a drug smuggler detained at Vancouver International Airport and eventually strip searched says she is still traumatized by the treatment and is calling for greater oversight into CBSA. Jill Knapp's run-in with CBSA agents took place on January 9th, 2016.
good God.
On her way home to Calgary after visiting her husband in Mexico City. The 39-year-old says she is only now speaking out about her experience because she was diagnosed with anxiety after her airport ordeal.
Lady, if you were accused of having drugs and you didn't have drugs and they strip searched you to find drugs, you should have spoken out right then.
It was traumatizing, told Go Public, explaining that no one told her why she was red flagged as she attempted to make her connecting flight to Vancouver.
You don't get told why you're red flagged, you idiot.
She said she has no criminal record and had nothing in her luggage. I don't even know what word I was trying to say.
Luggin? What's luggin?
I don't know.
Ninja, shut up.
Nothing in her luggage that would prompt a closer look. Within 2 minutes, he called me a drug smuggler, mentioned a strip search, and even said he was going to send me to the hospital for an x-ray to look for drugs. And that was before he even asked me any questions.
So why didn't you say anything at the time?
I don't know. Ninja seems to be answering for you. A request under the Access to Information Act by the CBC reveals our airline travelers had officially complained about mistreatment by border agents, including screaming, using foul language, belittling them, using racial profiling, and physical force. I got a feeling almost all those are probably warranted. A civil liberties advocate says the complaints point to the need for independent oversight of the CBSA, and the only major law enforcement agency in Canada that doesn't have external review of employee conduct. Okay. Yawn.
Why don't they have external review?
Because they're probably structured completely different. When border agents operate either at land crossings at airports, there's very little oversight, said Tim McSorley, National Coordinator for the International Civil Liberties Monitoring Group based in Ottawa. That's our version of the ACLU.
Yes, it is.
They're just as dumb. Knapp says she had collected her luggage when she was pulled aside and directed to secondary inspection. Okay, where she says a border guard became instantly aggressive. Out of nowhere, he actually raised his voice at me and said, "I think you're a drug smuggler." I would really like to see that entire conversation beginning.
So you're telling me someone just was like, excuse me, ma'am, you need to go to secondary processing. And she goes to secondary processing, and somebody just comes up to her. You're a drug smuggler. I think you're a drug smuggler. I'm going to strip search you right now.
Arway Ermy, what? Arway Ermy walks out. Hey, you maggot, come here, give me this. Strip search you right now because I think you're carrying drugs. What about you? Huh? Come here, bend the fuck over. I don't want to be too loud because I don't want to wake the kids. You sure you got a pretty mouth? I bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. How much cocaine you got in your anus? Come here.
You, kid, where's the heroin?
He actually. Oh, where am I here? He said, I deal with people like you every day. That's in quotes, which means she said, oh, God, yawn. Knapp says she told him she had been visiting her husband in Mexico and that she had applied for him to live in Canada, but says the agent didn't believe her. Well, it's kind of a bullshit story. She says the agent also didn't believe her when he asked what her job was, and Knapp told him she was a Sunday school teacher and worked law firms as a software instructor. Are you a Sunday school teacher or a software instructor?
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't catch that? She says the agent also didn't believe when he asked what her job was, and Knapp told him she was a Sunday school teacher and worked with law firms as a software instructor.
Why can't you be both?
He actually scoffed at me and said, you don't do that type of work. How would he know what kind of work I did? He was getting angrier and angrier. Doubtful. Any bets? Like this. I'll see if I can find another. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Yeah, no. You look like the type of woman who's gonna cop attitude with anybody of authority. Yeah, no. You probably ask for the manager every meal you go to because there's something wrong. Oh, man. Knapp says she had collected her luggage and went, where was I? Oh, that's right. I read that already. There's the doggo. See, they use beagles for drug dogs. It's really funny. Finding nothing incriminating on her phone or in her luggage. See, never take your phone with you on these trips. Get a second phone and leave it empty. The agent called in a drug sniffing dog, which also didn't detect anything. Knapp says she was eventually placed in detention, but says she wasn't told why. She requested to speak with a lawyer and was told staff placed a call in on her behalf, but she never heard from anyone. She hadn't eaten for 14 hours, but was only offered a glass of water and no food. She says CBSA denied her requests to use the bathroom. No. Knapp was growing increasingly concerned about her parents, who were picking her up in Calgary. Her father is a heart attack survivor, and she worried about causing him stress. In desperation, she says she offered to have the. In desperation, she says she offered to have the strip search the agent had mentioned hours earlier. At that point, I was so scared of what they would do if I stayed. It was like, if this is what it takes for me to leave, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Knapp says 2 female officers entered the room and told her to strip from the waist up. Finding nothing, they ordered her to remove her clothing from the waist down. They actually made me turn around, open my butt cheeks, and squat. I was just in shock. I didn't quite understand what it involved. They tell you. Knapp was finally released and her phone returned. She found half a dozen texts from her anxious husband wondering where she was. CBC requested an interview with the CBSA, but the agency declined. In a statement, it said it couldn't discuss Knapp's case due to privacy concerns. After Knapp filed the complaint, she obtained internal documents through the Privacy Act, in which CBSA spokesperson wrote, the review of Miss Knapp's clearance established that the Border Services officers involved in her examination followed standard procedures and guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Complaint documents are heavily redacted.
Of course they are.
CBC received over 1,700 pages of documents, most of material heavily censored after submitting a request under the Access to Information Act. We asked for complaints the agency classified under officer employee conduct. Holy crap. 1,700 reports between July and of 2016 and 18.
Wow.
The documents contain more than 800 allegations investigated by CBSA about border agents and inappropriate behavior, including the following. Quote, officer commented, people like you who can't afford to travel always traffic drugs. Threw me on the ground yelling, don't resist. Other agents loved this and were laughing. No. Hauled into the airport jail and treated like trash. What did you do?
Yep.
He called me moron more than once, mocked my accent.
Were you being a moron?
I was roughly frisked, detained, held for questioning for 7 hours.
Did you cop attitude?
He attacked me in the baggage claim. Let's try this again. He attacked me in the baggage claim area and made anti-Semitic remarks.
I'm sure he did.
X to doubt. He was pushing me with his hands, started using foul language. They broke my iPad. No. I pulled out knife in a threatening manner, stared at me, then thrust the knife into the cardboard box.
What?
I want to see that report. I want to see that one. The CBSA has a code of conduct which says officers will act professionalism, integrity, and respect. And I'm not going into any more of this.
That just sounds like some sort of stupid interrogation technique from a movie.
A lot of interesting things about CBSA, like this story. Canada Border Services seizes lawyer's phone laptop for not sharing passwords. Like that's what they'll do.
See,
Wow. What?
I don't know if I would give my password. I'd be like, I'll unlock it for you. I'll unlock it for you, and I'll go into the settings and turn off screen lock so it won't lock until you're done with whatever. But I'm not giving you my passcode.
Free heroin. Unusual clinic offers chance at being human again.
How about give them a chance to go to rehab for free instead of giving them free drugs that will kill them?
Provides an alternative to potentially deadly street narcotics. Odd place to inject it into your tumor. When I first met, no, I don't want to read that.
Wait, inject heroin into your tumor?
It's just what it looks like.
It's not a tumor.
Shh, it's always a tumor. And it's always what's it called?
It's never lupus.
It's always lupus, goddammit.
It's never
All right.
lupus.
That story. I'm going to bring Gunfox's story over. Why? Because Gunfox sent me a story. He does that once in a while. Because Gunfox is good people. And Sky News sucks. Okay, maximize. Did it work? Is it sharing? No, it's not. God
Do I need to present you again?
No. Silence.
Meow.
No, it's that's better. There we go. Check out the Hangout page. It worked. Okay. Teens caught speeding at 106 miles an hour. 106 miles an hour.
So that's what?
Needed a bathroom after too many hot wings.
What?
Yeah. The 16-year-old told officers he was speeding because he urgently needed the bathroom, but his excuse attracted little sympathy. That says 170. Let's see here. A teenager in Canada has blamed... Oh, fuck off. Seriously? Then he's not going 100... Well, if he's driving... What is that? That's a Camaro. That's why it said 106. 170 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. I was gonna ask. I was gonna say that's probably about 160, 170 kilometers,
Yeah.
right?
A teenager, this is a huge problem lately up here. Claimed for too many hot wings for his speedy driving, which resulted in him getting a ticket and impounded for 7 days, and his license suspended for 7 days. And if he's convicted, he can get up to a $50,000 fine. The 16-year-old was pulled over by police in it's Manitoba. He ain't gonna get charged for shit. According to a tweet from the local police department on Thursday. But when the young Chevy Camaro driver was asked to explain his behavior, he said he had eaten too many hot wings and needed a bathroom. It's not how that works. Officers didn't take pity on the teenager and fined him a total of 690 euro or pounds for speeding and being behind the wheel without a supervising driver. Oh yeah, 16 learner's permit.
Yep.
Oh, dude, you're so screwed.
You're done. You're never driving again, dude.
Oh, he'll drive when he's 25. In further tweets, Manitoba police said an adult was able to collect the car in order to avoid it being towed. The teenager's license will most likely be suspended. Yeah. Next guy, Fox, that was a good one.
Who wants to bet that if I was that kid's dad, I'd be like, guess what? I'm selling your car.
Police van narrowly misses protester's head. What? Austria climate arrest. Police van narrowly misses protester's head. Okay, then. We'll end on this because it's a video.
Okay.
Come on.
Turn it up.
Holy shit. They're trying to handcuff the guy. So you got two cops holding the guy down, and his head is underneath the rocker panel of the van.
Mm-hmm.
And the police van decides to move.
Brilliant.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's watch that again. Hey guys, your daily dose of cringe for that is a terrifying sight to see. They pull him away just as the van's moving slow, but
still. Dumbass driver of the police van.
Wait, the 911 call was released? No way.
What 911 call?
Oh, I'm turning up the volume for this for you. Just talk quietly. Less. I'm so turning up the volume on this.
What 911 call?
Oh, you tell me. You'll hear in a second.
Does your friend need an ambulance?
What's really weird, man, just because I'm scared, I don't know what it is. They put a noose around his neck. That's really up to me. Sorry for saying it like that.
Okay.
This is the Jussie Smollett thing.
Yes, it is.
That's all we get? Seriously? That's so not cool. But yeah, so that was
They put a noose around his neck.
That's just wrong. What's this? U.S. films near miss with Russian warship.
Ooh.
We might get hit tonight. Because this is all Sky News, but it's interesting. Come on, load. Load. A Russian destroyer almost collided with a U.S. guided missile cruiser in the Philippine Sea.
Oh boy. That would have been bad.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They're really getting nutsy. There's no sound. I'm sorry, but
That's fine.
no, that ship is getting way wowee. Wow. Like they're trying to cross their bow. It's like, get out of the way, move out of my way. I'm going to take the lead. Like, wow. That actually happened to us. It wasn't a Russian ship, it was a Canadian ship. But we were doing we were off the coast of Norfolk and we were doing war games with the Brits, the Aussies, I think the Italians, and Canada. And a Canadian ship actually cut our bow really close.
Mm.
To the point where it actually kind of gave us all a little bit of a panic. But yeah. What, the whole pushing each other back and forth? Nah. It's just not fun to see.
No, it's
Ooh, a fairground ride. Oh, look, let's go to why I don't really do hey, play the video. Don't be retarded. So apparently 28 people were hurt on this ride. And it's called the super something. It's basically a dinner plate that you're sitting on that's spinning.
oh boy.
Yeah. And, oh, really? They didn't show the actual collapse?
Because there's
Oh.
probably kids and shit on there.
No. I saw that completely wrong. Oh, wow. So yeah, so it's a little out of control. They show the aftermath. They don't show anybody falling, but a whole half of the seats, full circle thing that you sit on, and a whole half section of it flew off.
Oh my god.
This is why I don't do carnival rides. This is kind of interesting to go through this. I've never gone through Sky News stuff before. It was a massacre. All the kids on the bloodied ground. We assisted them until the ambulance arrived. Everyone helped as much as they could. 9 were taken to hospital out of 28. Wow. The high definition picture shows a lot. But yeah, this is why I don't do carnival rides. I try not to. Oh man, come on. Stop yawning, goddammit. Yeah.
Well, we've only got 5 minutes left, so.
Fine. Cocaine, cannabis, and opium. Which politicians have used drugs and what did they do?
Does it matter?
Well, let's open. Boris Johnson, I won't pay $39 billion unless the EU gives UK better Brexit terms. How about just say no? Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Alicia. Where are we at? Fixed amusement parks are a bit safer, but not by much. No, none of them are. We go to Six Flags or we go to
Wonderland,
and I'm still nervous as shit. I watched too many of those, too much Real TV as a kid. If anybody remembers, Real TV was the show where they put the videos of all the tragedies everywhere that always happened. Yeah, I was a kid that was attached to that shit.
You know what drives me crazy?
What?
Is seeing all these moms that wear their babies asking in Facebook groups, I'm going to Disneyland. Can I wear my baby on the ride? And all these moms are like, yeah, it should be fine.
And like I've said 100
And
times.
the safety harness goes where when you have a baby on you? You moron. Not to mention, like, depending on the age of the baby, those rides are pretty fucking shaky, if you catch my drift.
Oh.
You know, little baby brains can't exactly handle that. Freaking retards.
The young Turks try to pile on. Oh God, everybody. Oh wait, let's end with Crip.
Can I ask you something?
I suppose.
You know how the show Scooby Doo exists, right?
Like how?
You know, like it's a thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, of course. Scooby Doo was the thing when I was a kid.
Were you a fan of Scooby Doo?
I was. I like Scooby Doo.
It's pretty funny that Scooby Doo can talk and understand people, right? You think based off of that logic, though, that base line that Scooby could consent to having sex with anybody in the gang if he so choose?
No,
Why?
no, because he's still an
It-
animal.
Right, but he can consent to it and he knows what's going on.
But that doesn't make it okay.
Why? What if both parties were consent? Like they were cool with it. They were,
Scooby's still an animal. You
but what if
can't
Velma hypothetically was DTF?
What's that? What's DTF?
Down to fuck.
My fucking god.
What if she was ready? It
No.
was a long night of solving mysteries. Old man Jenkins kind of got her going. And Scooby was up.
Fucking Crip Daddy.
Would it be
You
okay?
can't get consent. Scooby's an animal.
Yeah, but
Period.
he knows what's up.
It doesn't matter. He's still an animal. You
I
can't-
get that, but like, isn't the base argument to like bestiality and why it shouldn't happen is because like you could hurt the animal could hurt you, doesn't know what's going on, it's fucked up.
I'm
Like,
not sure, but I'm a little disturbed with how you know
I'm
so
not
much
saying
about
I'm
it.
gonna do it. I'm just saying hypothetically, based in this world's reality and logic, it could be a thing. At least an argument to be made. Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't. Scooby. He can't.
You're just trying to keep my boy down. You're just trying to fucking make sure that Scooby's not out here living his best life. You're trying to make
Scooby's fine.
you're trying to
There's
make
little
Scooby an
snacks
incel.
hanging out with shit.
No, you're just trying to get Scooby to like be an incel. You're fucking you're a Stacy.
Yeah. Everybody, it is 12 o'clock.
I wish that he would scream.
You should really try and get him on. Like,
Oh my god.
you could get him on for a guest day, and Ricky's not that hard to get on for a guest day. Like you could probably get Crip on, no problem. But I think you should.
That would be funny. Oh my god. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed this Sunday night edition of The Blind and the Special. We
the audio worked tonight. I'm actually
so am I. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. We sure did. Be sure to come back tomorrow at noon for the coffee stream. I hope everyone has a good rest of the night. Minions of the Zoo is still on for another half an hour or so. Hop on over there and give them a listen and a like. And I hope everyone just has a great night, great morning tomorrow, and we'll see you at noon. I've been the Blind. And that's the special who's, yeah. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Have a great night.